Hi everybody. Sorry I've been so quiet this week. It's been a tough week as far as ulnar nerve entrapment goes. So I've been pretty much off of the computer for extracurricular stuff. In other words, anything that's not to do with my full-time work has kept me away from the computer, but and that also keeps me away from the studio. But here I am. I wanted to touch base. I wanted to check in, see how everybody's doing, but also kind of report on where things are at with the computer build, with some of the stuff that's going on. First of all, you know that we have had trouble here with the fact that we now are at the point after 12 seasons almost, basically 11 and a half seasons of Category5 TV. We have no space left on our storage units. So our data backups system allows me to swap drives and take them off site, and it stores a capacity of 4 terabytes. And we are right at that threshold to the point where I've had to actually start removing things from our backup set in order to make sure that the main critical stuff that we just couldn't be without is backed up. So that's not a good situation to be in. We're still doing backups. It's just we're so cramped for space that I'm having to be selective about what I back up, and I'd much rather be in a place where we can just back up everything, and then if something goes wrong, we've got everything. Obviously that's a better scenario. So needless to say, hard drives came on special on Newegg for a lot of money off. I had to buy 3 of them, and with those 3 drives I saved $480. So you can imagine, like, the savings on that sale were just awesome. So the drives that I'm going to be putting in, they haven't arrived yet, but they are 10 terabytes, and the cost of that, amazingly, and I'm blown away. I don't yet know all the details, but a local business person has decided to offset the cost of those for us, and I'm just hokey doodle. I don't know if I don't know the nature of that contribution yet to whether or not, I don't know if it's anonymous. I don't know if it's I obviously know who the person is, but so I'm just kind of holding my tongue for the moment, but know that that has been paid for by a business person in my local area to the studio, and so I just feel unbelievably blessed, and so blessed by all of you. Not only the patrons, but those who have thrown in a little bit extra. Some of you patrons I know have gone the extra mile and said, I'm gonna pitch in even more this time around, and that has made a huge difference. So I've started to be able to continue ordering product for the new broadcast server build, and I think we're actually going to be able to do it very soon. My target had been May, and I think we now have, or at least have on order, and shipping, we've got tracking on the parts, everything that we need to get up and going. The things that we do not yet have are the GPU, but Marshman pointed out that I could take the GPU out of the old system and put it into the new system for now. Feels a little bit like putting a 4-cylinder sedan engine into a Ferrari, but hey, at least we know that would work, right? So that could be a stopgap solution. Other than that, I think we really kind of have everything. I was looking at the server case, which I'm going to reuse. It's got a couple of fans that are not working. Obviously, with a 9900K, we need to make sure it's as cool as possible, so I can't really get away with fans not working in the chassis. So I've got to buy 3 220 millimeter fans, one 180 and one 140, I believe it is. Needless to say, the smaller fans aren't very expensive. The bigger ones, the 220 millimeters, are a lot more than I was expecting, so I'm going to shop around for those. But one component did arrive this week. Don't know if you can make out who that's coming to us from, but let's get into the box. This is going to be the most awkward unboxing ever. Alright. I don't know if you should trust me with a knife. I do have my knife, though. I'm not using scissors, at least, right? All right, more bubble stuff to deal with. And for the strangest packaging that we, I don't know, they're getting future-esque, I guess you would say. Is it a beach ball? Nope. It's a fourth dimensional. Wow. Intel really kind of went strange with their packaging. How do you even get into this? All right. Almost there. Hey, there we go. Ah. Ah. Ooh. There it is, folks, the 9900K i9 processor. It's actually kind of beautiful. So that's the CPU for our new rig, and that's going to be powering our broadcast for years to come. There you have it. Wow. That's probably, I would say, attention to detail though. They've put the processor in upside down. So it says i6 or 6i. Although it says oh, but Intel's upside down too, but then you'd have labels on the top instead of a nice Intel logo. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they want it to be displayed like that. There you go. That's how they want it displayed. So I'm wrong. I just thought that that would be on the bottom. Oh well. So I'm kind of feeling, what am I feeling? I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by the support, by how everything's coming together. And I know that it's going to be a lot of work when everything does finally all come together at once, and it is kind of going to happen all at once. Because a lot of this was purchased using contribution funds, and a lot of the stuff, though, as you know, Kingston is supporting us, Gigabyte is supporting us, and so that means just putting that extra little focus on the quality of the unboxings and the reviews and things like that, so that they get value for that contribution as well. So it's not like just putting together a computer. I've got to review basically everything that I unpackage. So it's going to be a massive project. Plus making sure that we're on the air every Wednesday. There's no downtime, so I don't have a 2-week window where I can work through all this, and so it's going to be a pretty mad time when this starts. So thank you for being along with me. Thank you for supporting this project. It's getting more and more critical. The past 2 weeks, just so you know, the broadcast system, when I'm done the show, we take the video off of the Ninja Flame, put it on the computer, and because the USB 3 doesn't work, I have to do it through USB 2, and it's slow, but it also drops out. I don't know that the USB 2 bus has enough power for an external hard drive to power it, but the docking station for the Ninja Flame doesn't have supplemental power, so it has to be powered by the bus. So what will happen is during the copy process, it will drop the connection to the drive, and basically Windows will say that it lost connection and it aborts the copy. Then you start the copy over again, and it picks up where it left off usually, so it's not that bad, but you've got to be sitting in front of it and watching it, and because it's so slow, it takes a long time. So once you've got the files copied in, then the biggest problem that I encounter is while editing video in the editor, so I use CyberLink Power Director because it's very, very lightweight and runs great even on older hardware, it will freeze. So you'll be editing and it freezes. The whole interface just locks up, and you're sitting like that for 10-15 seconds, and then it starts again, starts moving, but the 15 seconds that you've lost have happened. So if you're in a play state, for example, it will just be frozen, but then as soon as it comes back, it will skip to the 15 seconds or wherever into the future, but the audio isn't caught up, so everything's out of sync, so then you've got to stop it, you've got to restart it. So I'm constantly going through those kinds of issues. So editing after the show is sometimes quite onerous and quite kind of frustrating. I've been pretty patient with it. Hasn't been as easy when I'm sitting there in pain thinking I wish I was at home resting, but that's what I'm up against. So when this thing is built, that's what we're going to be correcting. But in addition to that, because the system's going to be powerful enough, we're going to be able to go back to, I hope anyways, I mean I imagine we're going to be able to go back to live chroma-key. The reason we can't do that now is because we upgraded the cameras to 4K, and the computer's too old to do 4K live chroma-key. I can't imagine an i9 is going to have trouble with that. At least it won't be able to do it until we upgrade the GPU, obviously. It won't work if we try to do it with the old GPU. But it will work once we have like a 2080 or something in there. So, needless to say, big things to come. It's going to be an upgrade as well as a replacement for defective hardware. So we're going to be able to do, we can do 4K. I think like 2K would be great for the show. Let me know your comments below if you think that 1080p is sufficient, or do you think that we should, since we have the power to do so, should we increase the resolution a little bit and go up to 2K? And what kind of impact would that have for you as a viewer? Would it make the text clearer and things easier to read on the screen, or you know, how does that impact you? So I'd be interested to hear from you on that. In the meantime, thank you for your continued contributions, both through Patreon and through direct donations in order to support the need that we have right now. This is the next step. So I'm going to put this with the other hardware. We've got the motherboard, we've got the where have we got it? We've got the motherboard, we've got the cooler, and we've got the power supply. Now we've got the CPU. We're waiting on the RAM and the storage, the NVMe drives, which are en route right now. They should be here Wednesday or Thursday, and a couple of other things. So that's it. So that's where we're at right now. Have a wonderful day, and I will be checking in as much as I possibly can. Once I'm really healed up, then things will be a lot easier for me. Right now I'm trying to stay away. So take care, everybody. Catch you on Discord, and have a great day. Bye.